Here we have a new 2023 Nissan Titan. Now this one comes in the Pro-4X trim level in glacier white on black leather interior. Our powertrain consists of that 5.6 liter endurance V8 engine, naturally aspirated, and made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. That gets us 400 horsepower and then 413 pound-feet of torque. Now as you come around to the front end here, really nice styling. LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and LED fog lights. And I like how it's kind of held up and stayed modern over the years. Now the lights don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking it up. But really like the red accent on the badge, the red tow hooks, really nice look there. And the rest of it having that kind of hard black look. Down here we have the 18-inch aluminum wheels. We have running boards on this one. Passive keyless entry on the front two doors. Then here are our memory seat controls, power door lock controls. We get power windows with the front two being automatic one-touch up and down. Rear window lock here. We can power fold our mirrors by pressing this button, and then we can turn and then maneuver the mirror to either side. Love the door pocket here, nice and big. Nice pocket there, bottle holder there, and a bigger bottle holder as well. Then we also get a Fender sound system, headlamp controls, and then this controls your 3-prong household plug-ins in the back. You have a rear differential lock here, hill descent, cargo lamp. Now I do like that we have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And then here we have our power driver's seat with power lumbar support. And really like how they did the Pro-4X stitching here. Looks really, really cool. Kind of like a designer shirt. Let's check out this legroom here. This one has a lot of added options that have not been installed yet, including floor mats. So that's why that whole other side of the seat is taken up. But being 6'3", I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size and still have plenty of space here, several inches of headroom. And then I like that we have seat pockets on both front seats there. Let's see if I can get a good look down here. So we get two-stage heated rear seats there. See if I can get that picture to look better. Then we have a 3-prong household plug-in down there as well. 2 USB inputs there for charging, and then a 12-volt. And then rear AC vents as well. Cup holders there. And center seat folds down. Cup holders there as well. And do like that we have the premium dome lights here. Really nice look there. And then grab handles here. I like that we have one here, and then you can also hang your clothes here. And again, really nice door pocket. Same as the front with those two nice sized bottle holders. And here we have our fuel cap. But really nice design. This one does have the utility package and a few other features as well that include the leather heated seats. And then this one has a 12-volt in the back too. And we also get LED tail lights as well. Now before we go any further, let's go ahead and take a look at this window sticker. See all of our standard features. And then tons of options on this one. That Pro-4X utility package as well as that convenience package. Definitely recommend. The off-road protection package is nice. I wouldn't necessarily need something like that. But stickers right at $63,355. And a huge shout out to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Pro-4X today. I'll leave a link below to the truck in the description as well as their entire new car inventory. But there's our power front passenger seat. Lockable glove compartment here, owner's manual. So really like the size of it and how it's laid out. But so far, you really do get a lot for the money with this Titan as opposed to paying $10,000 or $15,000 more for the competition. Now, of course, this is not the top of the line, but a Platinum Reserve goes for around $70. And really like how this one's spec'd out better. But it's all based on preference. Just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay here. And it's mostly covered up, but there's that 5.6 liter Endurance V8. And now let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here, really easy to hold on to. I really just like the feel of it. Really nice. Now over here, we do have a 9-inch screen where we have AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And then we also have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well. There's a navigation there. You can add a home, points of interest, and your settings down there. It's pretty easy to use this screen. I've said this about Nissan systems in the past. Really simplistic, but in a good way. So home page is there. You can customize that as you see fit, move stuff around. But it's really not hard to find anything, which is, I really like that. You can toggle brightness here, volume knob, tune scroll knob, and then it's just really easy to use. But there's our backup camera there with guidelines that follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then we have our 360 bird's eye view as well. And then down here we have dual zone automatic climate control, so we can adjust there. And then we can turn that off there, put our auto mode on there. Then change where the airflow is coming from. So again, just really easy controls. It's not a big learning curve when you hop in one of these. Now here we have our traction control, parking sensors, hazards, safety shield, heated steering wheel, trailer brake controllers down here, USB-C and a USB-A input there, 2-stage heated seats for the front as well, 4-wheel drive controls here, just turn to put into 4-wheel high and then push after you're in 4-wheel high and turn, make sure the trucks are neutral, and then you can go into 4-wheel low. Cup holders there, center console cubby space, pretty good size, removable tray there. And I like that you can put it on either side, or you can put it in the middle if you want. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. We also get a power sliding rear window there. Really nice. And then back to the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth controls here, volume controls here. We can go through our track list or radio station presets here, toggle our source there depending on where we are in terms of AM, FM, Bluetooth, CarPlay, whatever's hooked up. And you can use these arrows here to go through the middle part of the gauge cluster. So quite a few views there to choose from. And then once you're in the settings menu, you can actually use this to go through the settings. So I really like how they did that, because that's the only place where you can use this as kind of a toggle. Otherwise, it just does your presets. And then over here, cruise controls, adaptive cruise there. We can set, cancel, gap adjust there. And there's that middle part. Really like the tire pressures. Very easy to get to, so you can keep your eye on that. And then we have our shifter here, pull down, reverse, neutral, drive, and then we can manually shift and drive there, and it'll show you right there. And then you can just hold up on the plus and it'll go back into regular drive if you're in the middle of manual mode. And then your tow haul mode's right there. Windshield wipers right here, speed, and then you can hit this side button for the mist, and then blinkers, and of course high beams when your headlights are on, and then you can flash there. Then we have our push button start, sunglasses holder here, and finally here's our key fob with remote start. But next it's time to go ahead and take this Titan Pro-4X out on the road for a quick test drive. So I really like how the Titan drives. Really easy to control, even with it being a full-size truck, just because of how the steering is. It's not necessarily tight, but it's not loose either. Just a really nice feel all the way around. And also having that higher displacement 5.6 liter V8 definitely helps you come out of corners quickly. So it's definitely nice having 413 pound-feet of torque in this thing. But the ride, of course, is not the smoothest. With the Pro-4X, you do have the more off-road oriented suspension, the bigger off-road tires, but still drives about 90% like a Platinum Reserve Titan does. You can just feel the road more. Now you're rated to get 15 miles per gallon city, 20 highway in this Titan. So not the worst fuel economy, but what makes this so, I think it's the best of both worlds, because not having a turbocharged engine, you definitely have a lot more upfront torque. But on top of that, you also are able to keep the revs lower, but still have power when you need it, because you do have the Endurance V8. As opposed to having to put your foot down on a twin turbo V6 because you don't have as much low end torque, if that makes sense. Looking in the cabin here though, awesome layout. I like how everything is kind of slanted this way, but it's still close enough where I can get to it. And even just the stitching and how the dashboard is laid out, really nice. Doesn't feel as cheap as you might expect. Now we do have the adaptive cruise here. We don't get lane centering like we do in some models, but really nice ride down the interstate. And the road noise is really, I don't know if it's the general grabber tires that are on here or what, but that was a really nice sound from the tires. It wasn't overly loud, but it had an aggressive feel without having a lifted truck sound, if that makes sense, coming from the tires there. And overall, like I said earlier, for the money, you do get a lot with this Pro-4X in particular, having that utility package and then having the convenience package too. Love all the options that come there. And when you think about having to buy a, let's say a Z71 Silverado in an LT trim level, even an LTZ trim level, I mean, you get four-wheel drive with this, you get leather, you get adaptive cruise. Really not bad compared to what the American automakers are offering, specifically GM. Because it's hard to get a really basic Nissan Titan. You can do it, but you'll be saving a lot more money as opposed to getting a basic Silverado or F-150 or even a Ram. And this doesn't have a CVT stuck in it, so just really like how this is laid out in terms of the options, what you get for the money. Now, of course, there's an argument that can be made that the 6.2 V8 in Chevy is better, or the 3.5 twin turbo V6 from Ford is better. But for me personally, really just like having that naturally aspirated V8 without anything extra. So if you do ever have to repair something, it's not going to be as major as redoing turbos and things of that nature. But as I come to the end of this review, drive was about a 9 out of 10. I mean, really nice feel in every aspect. Even with the ride being a tad bit rougher, excuse me, it was still really, really nice, specifically having this Pro-4X with such an off-road feel. So if you're in the market for something like this, definitely make sure you take a look at the new 2023 Nissan Titan Pro-4X.